Hey everyone, Zephanorian here, so I'd like to show you guys what's going on. So it looks like Traversable Migtar decided to act like the little bitch that he is, and report some of my tweets, which has resulted in me being forced to delete 3 tweets where I called him retarded. Oh god, I know, right? The shaming language! Well, with shaming language aside, looks like I hurt his whittle baby feelings since my tweets were just about too much for the little titty boy who just can't take a little criticism, or even be held accountable for his advocation of murdering women and children, as well as the court officials and judges. Just let that sink in there for a second. Look, we all know what's going on here, and I'm not going to try to play the PR game where I try to appear all innocent as if I didn't violate any Twitter rules. You know, the social justice born rules that, you can hurt anybody's feelings very fucking easily. I called Traverse the advocate of murdering women and children, and yes, I'm going to keep repeating that so it sinks into the heads of every MGTOW out there. I called him a retard. Big fucking whoop. If that offends him or anyone else, you might as well call yourself a social justice warrior. Start acting like a weak prepubescent little boy whose balls haven't even dropped yet. Little boys like Traversable Autistic and SFM the sad fucking MGTOW. You see, it's a little hard for me to see a move like this as something to respect. Only punk-ass bitches use tactics like this, and as far as I'm concerned, Travvycuck is no more than a butthurt third-wave feminist chick with a dick. But do allow me to get to the point. I told MGTOW to start cleaning house, and frankly, I'm just getting a little impatient now. So as I mentioned before in the comments and on live streams, I will give what I get. I have a package with footage from Traversable's stream that I'm just fucking itching to send to all the major media outlets. I'm starting to think that that's the kind of fire that MGTOW needs under its ass right now. Let me see if you can prove me wrong. Because there's nothing I hate more in this world than the punk-ass beta-cuck cowardly bitches who can't man up to their business and act like the fucking men that they claim to be. Now look, I'm not calling for false flaggers, hackers, or anything that would be considered an unfair bitch-ass move. If anyone flags a video, it should be because it merits a flagging in the first place. If a tweet gets reported, then it should merit being reported. By our standards, not because of butthurt emotions, but because someone is advocating the murder of women and children and shitting on what little headway the MGTOW movement, or even the men's right movement, has made thus far. Traversable and Angry MGTOW need to go. But for now, Traversable will do just fine. He needs to go not because I want him to go, but because you agree with me that he needs to go. He's a fanatical loon that doxes his fellow MGTOW. He accuses his fellow MGTOW of being pedophiles as well. False flags YouTube channels of fellow MGTOW, false reports on Twitter, advocates the murder of women and children, directly supported Angry MGTOW, a shit stain who would violate a man's paternal rights, and try to have Child Protective Services take away a man's little boy? What do you think the major media outlets would have to say about this? Or assholes like the feminist extremist groups such as Antifa will start doing once they catch up to the likes of Traversable or Angry MGTOW? You and I know that they will actively begin seeking the docs of MGTOW YouTubers and even go as far as attacking you in real life. Or better yet, if the media got a hold of it, they will elaborate upon everything that's happened and inflate it to something bigger than it actually is. And we all know where that can go, don't we? Or better yet, what if law enforcement agencies decide to hang on to the very words of shooting up city officials and judges? Do you really think they're going to ignore that as YouTube rhetoric? Honestly, it really doesn't matter what you believe or what you think. There's only reality of what could happen and the reality of what won't happen. If you're so eager to find out, then by all means, sit there on your asses and do nothing. If anything, this video would be meant to serve as evidence that yes, will be uploaded to the several other backup channels that I do have, so you can false flag all fucking day. You're not going to stop me. Listen up, Traversable Cuck, Staying Free FM, or anybody else who has a fucking problem with me. I'm going nowhere. I am here to stay, and the only way you're going to stop me is you have to grab your balls, man the fuck up, come down here and attempt to assassinate me. Because Daddy Zeph has moved into the house, started fucking your wife, and yes, I'm going to go ahead and eat that last burrito in the refrigerator, as well as drink that last beer. So I suggest you boys better up your game, because I'm prepared for you online and offline as well. Well, I gotta get back to what I was doing. The rest of you take care, and thank you for watching.
In his very soft shoes, how he would dip and climb and skip and slip and slide. In his very soft shoes.